The Costaricenses de Paso, the treasure of Costa Rica. Magnificent, noble, gallant, grandiose, majestic. All describe a breed of horse few in North America have ever seen, but is a treasure of the Central American country of Costa Rica. To describe this breed of horse as breathtaking would be an understatement, for its conformation, temperament, and movement are like no other breed of horse. To understand this breed, we must first understand its origins among horse breeds. The Costaricenses de Paso is the end result of two influential breeds, the Andalusian and the Peruvian Paso. The Andalusian breed of horse has a long and distinguished history. Developed in the Spanish Peninsula, it was a blend of the Arabian and Berber horse with some mixture of English blood. Their fame spread as formidable war mounts in the Iberian cavalry of the Carthaginian army that fought against the Roman legions, who in turn captured and bred them to help conquer the known world. They soon became the standard by which all war horses were measured and were prized for their agility, temperament, endurance, and depth of character. It is a breed that has great stamina coupled with its stance, power, and the rhythm and grace of its movements. It has always instilled in spectator and rider alike a feeling of grandeur. The Peruvian Paso, like the Andalusian, was brought to the New World with the conquistadores, and its influence was so great it was deemed to be the national horse of Peru. The Peruvian Paso is a gaited breed, meaning it moves laterally rather than diagonally, as most horse breeds move. This exceptionally smooth gait made it widely used and highly prized for its ground covering, smooth as silk gaits. Both of these breeds are influential in the Costaricenses de Paso.
The basis of the Costaricenses are the origins start with the Berber horses that the conquistadors left behind. In the 1800s, they brought in the Andalusian in order to create a bigger breed, a stronger breed. Now, the intensity of the Berber horse was his ability to survive on not a lot of grass and not a lot of substance, and in so doing, he survived a whole lot of amazing difficulties. So there's a strength in these horses that you don't see in some of the horses that we have in the United States anymore that have been made into lawn ornaments instead of used as the amazing workhorses they are.
For 150 years in their native homeland of Costa Rica, they have been primarily used as a working breed and are prized for their ability to move over the difficult soils of this country, which has also developed their exceptional stamina and great endurance.
In Costa Rica, they use these horses like they truly are a work animal. They're the four-wheel drive that we use here. They use horses for that. One of the things you see when you ride in the rainforest is you'll see this place where here's this guy riding along on this little horse with an 8-foot chainsaw and a 5-gallon can of gas going off to work. And that's the way they use the horse. They use it as a work element. Something that had, went out of vogue here in probably the 20s. Don't use horses as work animals anymore, but they do there. An amazing combination of that. So with this breed, they started out with this Berber horse, then they added the Andalusian to create a bigger, more dynamic and prettier horse. And what they've come away with is horses that look like the statues you see in Spain and in Mexico and in all these Latin countries, these horses that have this strength, this vitality, and are capable of doing a full day's work. They have a lot of endurance, a lot of capacity, and they're amazingly wonderful creatures with a wonderful, kind disposition. So the Costaricenses, I got interested in them because I went to Costa Rica to do a class, and while I was down there, I rode some of these horses, and I was just stunned at how comfortable they were, how beautiful they were. And with the Costaricenses, they're big enough that there's this sense of their power, their brilliance, and they have a higher head carriage. And as a result, I feel like I'm on enough of a horse that I don't feel like I'm a giant with my feet dragging the ground. So I got interested in them based on that. And unfortunately, I met this stallion, this guy right here. And he is the most wonderful horse I've ever been on in my life. He's everything I ever wanted in a horse wrapped up in this one guy. And once I had rode him, I went, that's it, I got to have some of these horses. And then I thought, you know what, there are none of these horses in the United States. And one of the things I love about them is the kindness in them. One of the things they do with their horses is they breed for a horse that has a good temperament. If a stallion does not have a good temperament, they won't breed to that animal. They'll cut him, geld him right away. And what they want is they want horses that even their stallions can be ridden by their children and their wives. This particular stallion behind me, he was ridden by the trainer's 8-year-old son. And it's amazing to watch an 8-year-old get on a horse that's this powerful, this big, and this guy's about 16 hands. Get on this horse and ride him and have no fear because he knows the horse will take care of him. It's an amazing thing to see the way these horses take care of you. And that I thought would be a gift that other people in the United States might be interested in. So I decided, okay, so let's try this. So we brought a few of them in. We have 5 of them here at Hill Country Peruvian in Texas. And we're going to see what we can do to create the breed in the United States.